Hi, I'm Alfie Duncan. This is our skill acquisition video by myself, Jamie Mcconnell and Olly. The aim of this experiment we're going to be carrying out is to see the differing effects that each type of feedback has on performance, and we're going to be doing this specifically on the long serve in badminton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Mcconnell, and after discussion with my group, out of the 4 different types of feedback we're focusing on, which specifically are positive feedback, negative feedback, no feedback, and positive with coaching cues, it's clear to us in conclusion we believe that positive with coaching cues will have the most positive impact on performance, specifically the long serve in badminton.
Now we are going to move on to the practical element of our skill acquisition video, where I'm now going to take 10 long serves where we're going to have a divided scoring system. I'm then going to receive positive feedback after these, so then I can improve my score with the next 10 serves that I take.
I'll now explain our divided scoring system. So, for singles and badminton, you will be serving all the time from the opposite corner of the court, and for service it's the inside tram line to the front back tram line. So our scoring system is this line here to the red cones is 1 point, from the blue cones to the red cones in here is 2 points, and from the blue cones to the front back tram line is 3 points, and this is where you'll be aiming to hit all your long serves in badminton.
As we can see from the video, the performer was very accurate with his shots with the badminton racket. As a result of this, he was able to get all his shots in the square or just short of the square. This shows that to potentially improve his performance, he should add more power to his shots in order to get them into the square. The performer was also very consistent with his shots. As a result of this, all his shots landed in the same area and there was not a wide spread of his shots. As we can see from the video, the performer was very accurate with his shots with the badminton racket. As a result of this, he was able to get all his shots in the square or just short of the square. This shows that to potentially improve his performance, he should add more power to his shots in order to get them into the square. The performer was also very consistent with his shots. As a result of this, all his shots landed in the same area and there was not a wide spread of his shots.
So now I'm going to be giving Alfie positive feedback with coaching cues. So as you can see from the video, the first few shots he took, he overshot them, and to compensate for this, he generally undershot every one of his shuttles. Yeah, he's still got it in here, but the aim is to be past that blue line, and he's only achieved this once. So overall, the advice I would give Alfie on this is to find more consistency and generally a bit more power into the back division of the court, gaining all 3 points. After Alfie taking his further 10 serves, it's clear that he's took on my feedback and coaching cues in a positive manner, and he's vastly increased his score.
So as you'd expect, as I gave Jamie no feedback on his 2 sets of 10 serves, as you can see by the shuttles down here, there's bare minimal differences throughout all his serves, which just proves that giving no feedback is going to give no help to the performer in his serves, and that's going to come into play when they're in a match and doing long serves.
Throughout the performance, I noticed that there was a high level of information retention present, specifically in the performer receiving positive feedback and positive feedback with coaching cues. Information retention is essentially receiving feedback, withholding it, and then information transfer is putting that into practice, which Alfie will then go on to talk about in a second. The reason I believe information retention is so important and plays such a pivotal part in this experiment is that if you did not retain any type of feedback, which we've carried research out into today, this whole experiment would be inaccurate.
So as Jamie said, I'm going to speak a wee bit about the transfer of feedback into my game. So as I'm being told feedback by whoever it is, whether it's Jamie or Olly, and the transfer is taking that into my game, processing that in my mind, and then putting that into my long serve, which was proven in my results from my serves both times, so my first batch of 10 and my second batch of 10. The reason I believe that transfer is one of the most important aspects of skill acquisition throughout our experiment is when it comes into transferring these skills and feedback into a match, as not doing this with your long serve is going to detriment your performances when you're in a match of badminton.
During the performance, we can see the performer use decision making. The decision making that the performer made was that he should add more power to their shots. We can see the performer use this between the second, third, fourth and fifth shot. When the performer wasn't adding enough power, he made the decision to add more. This resulted in more of his shots reaching the square. When he realised that he was adding too much power to his shots, he made the decision and pulled back his power, which allowed more of his shots to directly land in the square. Once he had found the correct amount of power, he made the decision to continue with that amount and with the correct shooting form.
I speak on behalf of my group, including Olly, who's unfortunately got coronavirus. We've all thoroughly enjoyed this task and all believe it's vastly enhanced our understanding of the topic skill acquisition and motor control.
Olly having coronavirus posed a problem for our group, as when we were filming the practical element of our video, he was not present. However, we made the appropriate improvisations in order to film our video to the best of our ability. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.